Greetings, immortals, infinite beings, magicians, sorcerers, fairies. I swear by all the gods and all the immortal souls of all the realms, of all the manifestations of the all that is and the all that is not, that something has shifted. Of course, it might have something to do with the fact that we are hours away from my native sun Anticia, but I can see in all of the souls around me that something has definitely shifted. Of course, it is the assemblage point of the soul that manifests worlds. And so as soon as I shifted my assemblage point, then the world as I knew it vanished and another one replaced it. So it's time to clarify a few things. First of all, this flesh body is a descendant of a lineage of the Great Mother, which manifested this realm. And so we borrowed her water in order to take part in her manifestation. And it is the sine qua non or obligatory step to preserve that water. And so the first step in finding peace in this flesh is to find the level of respect and gratitude that it deserves. And then the first step, without which none of this is possible, is to respect the water of the Great Mother. And so when the water comes out in what people call urine, and the name of which is really the water of life, or the gold of the blood, or the water of Shiva, one of the three great logos that manifested this world, we must endeavor to keep as much of it within this flesh as possible. And there are many ways to do this, one of which is to simply re-ingest it freshly as soon as it comes out. The Dhamma Tantra, which is easy to find for those who know how to look for books, which isn't everybody. Message me for more. Explains this very briefly. It even explains in really accurate terms what the consequences, what the benefits will be to he or her who starts preserving his water of life. It's also important to realize that most of what this really strange realm has done in order to harvest some of the energy of the souls who entered it, in order that it may sustain itself, of course. So there is nothing intrinsically bad about it. It is just trying to survive like a snake eating the egg of a bird. And so it endeavors to draw attention to itself, and the way that it does this is to trick us into believing things that will hide the predatory nature of this realm. And one of the things that it has done very well in the last few hundred years was to completely trump our perception of the physical nature of this reality, and people have been tricked into believe that the ground is moving at incredible speed. In fact, they don't really realize what they believe, otherwise they wouldn't really believe it. If they knew that they're essentially believing that the earth is accelerating faster than any object can accelerate in free fall in 3 different or more directions at a time, and the ground is not moving. And as soon as anybody tries to use these very precise instruments that have allowed us to measure the land, they either must put their head in the sand and ignore what they see, or realize that we are indeed living on a level plane. And it is quite beyond most people's ability to verify this for themselves, but around 80 miles or so up here, up there, is a sort of barrier. And of course, we have now many video footage which are easily distinguishable as genuine, which show this fact that a rocket or even a very light density balloon will eventually hit some sort of barrier up there. Of course, the nature of the sun, the moon, and all of the stars has also been twisted. And then from there, and from realizing things like the germ theory is fantasy also, and that viruses are really just toxins, that is emissions from internal combustion engines or glyphosates in the food, things like that, fluoride in the water. That's the virus. Virus means toxic, poisonous. So the language has been corrupted, cosmology has been corrupted, spirituality has been corrupted, and it's all too much for someone who isn't ready. And so in the last year, Lee has learned not to force things, and indeed these discoveries are corroborated by the teachings of Juan Matus as they were reported by Carlos Castaneda in his books and others, that forcing the teaching does not work, and also usually creates an opposite effect. So this video is not for everyone, obviously, but for those who are ready, we are founding an organization which is aimed at helping the people within it to discover their eternal, joyful nature. That is, to show them how they absolutely do not need any help. To help them remember that, which is what coming here has made them forget. And the organization is called the Golden Phoenix, in honor of the Phoenix phenomenon, which was discovered by Jason Breshears. Big shout out to Jason Breshears and archaics.com. And also the golden is symbolic of the yellow magic school that Aleister Crowley described very well when he explained that the white magic school is involved in the battle against the black magic school, whereas the yellow magic school is stepping sideways from it, because it understands that the battle of the false light against the false darkness is also a distraction. And so essentially this realm is created to distract from the true nature of the soul, which is found in utter silence, which is why the great seers, the great new seers, the Toltec seers, the Russian dreamers know that the best way to remember one's true nature, one of the best techniques, is to fast, to preserve the water of life, and to sit in utter total darkness for several days or more, and repeatedly cease the inner dialogue, which is really just a distraction, which are thoughts which are not from our true soul. They are part of this flesh, of this realm, which has imprinted itself, has merged with the soul in order to allow the soul to be in this realm, but in so doing has created the illusion that the soul is the flesh and that these distractions are important. So if this resonates with you, please get in touch either through my personal website, Goldragon.Kriom, that's KRIOM.me, or goldenphoenix.kriom.me, or through my partner, the incredible Anna Seahawk, that is ANA Seahawk.kriom.me. We are eager to meet you and to show you what we have discovered and to learn what you have discovered. May you all find intent, and peace be upon you, immortal souls, on your journey through eternity. Thank you.